Brought to you by Penguin.
Antisocial, written and read by Nick Pettigrew. To Squib, love you spring rolls. Author's note. This book was written back when the word corona suggested a brand of beer rather than a virus that would reach every corner of the planet. Even as I read this note, quite how the coronavirus will come to permanently change the world we live in is yet to be seen. The optimist in me, who, despite everything happening right now, refuses to go away, thinks there will be changes for the better. Maybe we'll come to value social care a bit more, or restore our health service to where it's always deserved to be. I hope we'll stop viewing low-paid work as low-value work and realise there's such a thing as society. Even if it's nothing more than people washing their hands after going to the toilet, that'll be something. What won't change is fundamental human nature, and whatever a post-virus world looks like, it's going to contain people whose behaviour is a burden to others. So long as that exists, people doing my job will need to exist. In heaven there's no need for us, in hell it's too late for us, and in between we'll just crack on with it. Prologue. All of what follows is true. All of it has either happened directly to me or has been relayed to me by a colleague. My job requires no embellishment. Exaggerating would be like drinking Red Bull to swallow ketamine or putting Go Faster stripes on a lightning bolt. There's no point. Identifying details, dates and names have been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty, as well as those who swear they're not guilty but obviously are. I am an antisocial behaviour officer. If you're talking to me, something in your life has gone wrong. These are the kind of things I hear day in, day out. I just don't want to hear the word cunt shouted repeatedly at 3 a.m. every night anymore. I don't think that's unreasonable. Perhaps your life has become unbearable due to the person living above you and their fondness for crack, the company of strangers, and non-specific dance music. People will tell you that drugs have helped to produce some of the finest music ever created, and they may be right. But I can also tell you that heavy drug use produces the worst tasting music imaginable. I've yet to receive a complaint about a crack den blasting out Nick Drake at unsociable hours. Walking past the neighbour's door and hearing them chant kill the kids, inside their flat, when you know that they live on their own, unlike the family with 4 kids downstairs, is not everybody's cup of tea. Or maybe you find being called a packy twat rather bothersome. Evidence tends to suggest it can grate after a while. You can't evict me, I've got asthma. On the other hand, the reason your life resembles somebody beating a social worker around the head with an EastEnders script might be you. Personal responsibility tends to be unfashionable these days, a bit pull up your bootstraps and get a haircut for goodness sake. But sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say, you got me. Like the time one of our more troubling residents was stopped by police as he chased a neighbour down the road while waving an entire exhaust pipe from a car around his head like a steampunk Darth Vader. His first words were, "Yeah, I know how this looks." If your neighbour complains about a leak coming from your flat, and when the plumbers break in, they find a fully operational hydroponic cannabis factory and no signs of habitation, it's hard to blame an overdeveloped sense of entrepreneurship. If you beat your disabled neighbour so badly they lose sight in one eye, saying it was a tiff that got out of hand will cut very little mustard. And don't piss over your balcony onto the patio below and tell me it's raining. We tried literally everything to make this person go away. Is there anything you can do? Or maybe you're a social worker, a mental health worker, a police officer, a firefighter, a dog warden, or even a vicar, and you've been landed with somebody who is a massive pain in the arse to the general population. You're either incapable of dealing with them or you just can't be bothered. So who are you going to call? Given that Ghostbusters don't exist, the person you're going to call is me, or at least somebody like me. Antisocial behaviour is like pornography. It's hard to define, but you know it when you see it. Several acts of Parliament have tried to pin it down, with varying degrees of success. The definition of ASB. A. Conduct that has caused or is likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to any person. B.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?